Welcome to Expound, our verse-by-verse study of God's Word.
Good evening. A few years ago, I was at a port city in Turkey named Troas, and I was looking outside at the ocean, and I was wondering about Paul, because it was there at that place where he didn't know where he ought to go. And one night he had a vision of a man from Macedonia saying, "Come over to Macedonia and help us." And I remember sitting there and I'm imagining the scene with Paul and imagining what it would be like to see a man from Macedonia. And then Paul went to Macedonia and didn't find a man, but he found a group of women meeting by the river in prayer. But shortly after that little tour that we took over there, I met a man from Macedonia. And wouldn't you like to meet him tonight? Well, I thought you'd say that. So we have somebody with us who is Macedonian. He is the man from Macedonia, not the man, although he could have been in the vision. We don't know. But Slavé Velesanov, is that right? Did I say it right? Is with us tonight. He's been a missionary for the last 11 years from our church. He lives in Macedonia. He's a pastor. He's an evangelist. He's fiery. He's fearless. And he's going to share just a couple minutes with us before we get into the Word tonight. Slavé, please come.
Good evening, even though it's morning for me. I just want to thank you to all of you for all these 11 years that you have been sending so many people, groups, and helping the people of Macedonia and as well the people of the Balkans. We live now, I have a wife and 4 children. We moved 2 years ago to Croatia, where the war was going on for many years. And, Macedonia was the first European country that have accepted the Lord. But today, we are probably the last country in Europe when we talk about Christians and Christianity. Only in the last 10 years, 200 mosques were built. Now ISIS is recruiting people. There is, someone said that God is like the sun. You cannot look at him and you cannot look without him. And before the Second World War, Nietzsche was saying that Europe is running away from the sun. And today I could say that Europe is pretty much away from God, away from the Son of God. And we need to bring the gospel again to Europe. There are so many churches that are not teaching the gospel, that are just have a good entertainment for the people that are attending. Today in Europe, family is not anymore sacred. Church is not anymore sacred. Today in Europe, the Bible is not anymore sacred. Sexuality is not anymore sacred. Today we are looking to solve our problems in Europe only if we could build an empire which is going to be bigger than the United States, an empire that could solve all the fiscal problems, and yet day by day we are sinking. We are going far away in more and more problems. I spend every day with people that have gone through war. I see what war could do to a human being. I see people how every day are struggling because their lives are totally destroyed. Their families they have lost family members in the war. Many of them, they have blood on their hands. And only the one who willingly allowed his hands to be wounded could solve the problems of those that are really in difficulties, in depression. And we are teaching the gospel over there. We don't come with a high wisdom. We are coming with a simple message that God so loved the world. Even though it was spoken 2,000 years ago, it is so fresh. I just came last year to a boy on the street. He was totally drunk. I started to talk with him. I took him to our house. We got him and his brother, and I found that his father slaughtered his mom. And I found that they are living the misery. And he said, Slavé, you know, I don't know what to, when we buried my mom, when my father was taken to the prison, all my neighbors came and they said, you know, oh, we are so sorry for you, but they left, and we couldn't survive just because someone was feeling pity and they were sorry. And the first thing that I did after 3 days being hungry, I started stealing. And I became a criminal, not because I want to be a criminal. I didn't start drinking alcohol because I didn't want to drink alcohol. But where is the church? Oh, the church in Europe has nice programs. Every minute in the service is well planned. People are coming with Bibles, but those that are living on the street, I've read today on the walls, what is the mission, the vision of this church, and I'm glad I could see why this church is just driving and so many people are here, because I've read today on the wall of Calvary in one of the offices. Calvary Chapel is a church that pursues God, who pursues lost people. Please pray for Europe, that people are gonna start thinking that church is not about good fellowship and to fall in love with the beauty of the religion, but to fall in love with the beauty of the one who was on the cross to pursue and to find the lost people. Please pray for us, and when you read Acts 16:9, this is what we need: someone to come over and help. Thank you once again.
If you've missed any of our Expound studies, all of our services and resources are available at expoundabq.org.